This is a place where we are unapologetically unique, and we want to encourage you to see that you can be you. So it all starts here.
Thank you for joining us. We are the Be You Show. I'm Jen.
And I'm Sonia.
We'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.
Salute. Let's end with some coffee, girl. Coffee. Hello. Welcome back, everyone. I am Jen. I've got my co-host, Sonia, and we're going to dive into something about self-care. It truly isn't selfish. It's something that, as women mostly, it's something that we battle with. And for most people, think of self-care as the image and about going and maybe getting your nails done and your hair done. And it's so much more. So grab your cup and let's dive in. Sonia, how you doing? Let's talk about self-care today.
Thanks, Jen. Oh, this is a tough topic because everybody talks about it or says you need to do it, but there's so many people that are like, yeah, right, or when, or I still have so much to do. And I think that what we don't seem to understand sometimes is that when we are missing out on self-care, it's like we're not complete. There's a fulfillment that we're missing because we haven't had the opportunity to take that time, deep breath, contemplate, just who we are, because that's what it's about. It's about centering your focus back on yourself, which I think is why quite often we go to the image thing because, we get like new highlights in our hair. Both Jen and I have had our hair done this week. Yay, we're so excited. But, and that makes us feel good. Okay. So there's an element of self-care, making yourself feel good. But self-care is also really important for your mental well-being as well as your emotional well-being. And so when you're crazy busy, because some people are, workaholics and have crazy schedules and have children and, families to look after. And sometimes it can just get bizarre. And we had a guest a few weeks ago who was talking about building her business, Kate. And Kate mentioned one very important thing in her crazy world is time blocking. And self-care doesn't need to take a lot of time. Like you can do it in just a few minutes, right, Jen? Like I'm sure
100%. I actually, after having Kate on our show, I started implementing some of the time blocking, and we use it with our family. We live with my folks here, and it's so important to keep everyone's schedule. There's 4 of us. There's a child that's young in elementary school, extracurricular activities, trying to keep her schedule straight, my parents' schedule straight, my schedule straight. That time blocking is so important. And as a parent and a single parent, that time blocking for that self-care is crucial. So for me, what I do is try to set time in the beginning of the morning. I get up a little earlier than everyone to have some yoga time, meditation time, reading time of my devotionals. And then in the evening, I have time to wind down to either do a little reading, maybe give Sonia a call or a FaceTime and catch up with her. And then I also have the time blocking for our shows, to record our shows, where everyone knows, do not bother mom or daughter because I'm doing my shows and recording, or else I'm doing recordings and lives for my other business that I do. So time blocking is so important because for me, I wear multiple hats. Right. And like Sonia said, I am super busy. So it's one of those things. And I struggled for the longest time. And Sonia, you can reiterate how bad it was for me to even do self-care. I was round the clock mom, and I didn't know how to do self-care that well. and going through the divorce, everyone's like, Jen, for you to be that best mom, you need to take time when your little one's away to do things for you, to fill your cup. Whether it is go for a walk, go for a drive. I love being in the mountains. I love nature. I love going and being around water. Aquarius, love the water. So it's important for me to have those things and fill my cup so I can be that better mom, that better daughter, that better co-host for Sonia. So,
well, and I know, like, when you were in that kind of chaos, and you and I had often talked, one of the biggest struggles that you had, and I'm sure you don't mind me sharing, because I'm sure that we have listeners that can relate, is the guilty syndrome.
oh,
So when you are, trying to take care of yourself, or you're saying that you need to take care of yourself, quite often there's this overwhelming sense of guilt because you sit there and you say, I should be doing this. I should be doing that. I still have to do this. I have to get that done. Instead of just finding that centered space that says, okay, listen to yourself. What do you need? What do you want? Right? And if it comes to you, you can even say it out loud. And it doesn't have to be, it doesn't have to be a 30-minute meditation or yoga moment. It might be when you drive your car to work and you get into your parking spot, just sit there for 3 to 5 minutes, ground yourself, and have that little kind of personal time, or it could be, last thing you do every day is maybe, write down some thoughts for yourself, some healing thoughts. Because, too many times I think what happens is people push and push, and then something traumatic has to happen, or they have a health concern or a complete breakdown, shutdown. And then it's like, oh, maybe I should have taken some vitamins, or maybe I should have slowed down just a bit, and you have to get past the guilt, and allow yourself to be okay with taking that time.
One thing that I've learned over the last few years is for me, self-care isn't about image. It isn't about the money. It isn't about that perfect lifestyle. That all can come and go in an instant. It's about being true to yourself. It's about making sure you can stand on your own 2 feet. It's about taking that time and being okay and saying, you know what? I can't do that right now.
Yeah. Many people don't like to say the word no.
Oh, for the longest time, that was me.
Yeah. And there's also the receiving end of that. Many people don't like to hear the word no. Yeah. And so the person who is saying no or stepping up to say no might actually just be a little afraid of what the repercussions could be, or, the response. Yeah. But there's an element of confidence that comes, and we've talked about this many times, but when you know what is best for you, when you can truly say who you are. This is the Be You show, where we are unapologetically unique, not trying to be anyone else, just ourselves. Something that we're learning. We don't know it all, but we're growing. And the more we grow, and the more we have to share with our viewers. And so I think that that's something that, we work our way through, gaining the confidence and the understanding that when we are doing something that is for us, whether it is that quiet time, whether it's taking time out in nature. Jen and I, have said many times how much we love the outdoors. If you take that time and you listen to your spirit, you listen to your soul, it's amazing how fed you can be in that moment, in those moments, as many as you take. But you do have to develop it like a habit, right, Jen? Like, it has to be there.
It's one of those things that to develop a habit, it's been scientifically proven. For you to develop it where it continuously, you do it every day on the daily, you need to work on it and really devote time for at least 30 days for it to become a full-on habit in your lifestyle. And it's challenging, yes. It 100% is. But it is doable. And I'm a proven fact that you can do it. And self-care doesn't have to involve spending money. It does not, I repeat, have to revolve around spending money. You can do it without spending money, or you can spend very little money. Self-care for me, these highlights weren't done at a salon. These highlights were done by my mother and I. I went and bought all the stuff and did it and let her put on the little bonnet and let her pull my hair out. She was terrified. She's like, am I hurting you? I'm like, no, just think. This is punishment for me as the crazy crap that I pulled for you as a child. It's therapeutic for both of us, but I don't want to hurt you. You're not hurting me. That was a joke. But for me, that was self-care.
Yeah. There are two aspects to self-care, right? There's the emotional and the mental, right? Yes. I mean, and there's physical and there's spiritual. There's actually 4 realms if we, really want to cover them all. But when we talk about personal development and growth, we really focus on our emotional and our mental well-being here on the BU show. And we really just want to encourage you that if you are at a point where, you have responses around you that make you feel that you're being, selfish for stepping away or for saying no, it's okay. It's okay to be you. It's okay to say no. It's self-care is not selfish. I think I have preached that sermon for years now.
Let's try real quick the no word. Let's try it. Sonia, ask me a question that you want me to do real quick.
Hey, Jen, I want you to write the script for next show.
That's not going to happen. Nope.
That's because we know it's not going to happen because nothing we say is scripted. We are here just having coffee.
Exactly. Hey, Sonia, I need you to get 20 guests for next month.
No.
So no is not a bad word. Like seriously. And know what though, Sonia, let's be real. For me, hearing no, I for the longest time, personally, in my business, everywhere, I would hyperventilate. I'm like, ugh. So, okay, in my other job in business, I tell people, go for the nose. And they're like, Jen, what the heck are you talking about? Go for the nose. Go for the nose, people. It's something that was taught to me and stuff, and it gets you out of that fear of hearing no. And that rejection that no is correlated with, it's not rejection, people. Let's just throw it out there. It's not rejection. It's people having boundaries.
Yes. And boundaries are important for your self-care.
I think we're going to have to do a show on boundaries. Ooh.
Might be a future topic. You never know.
Exactly. You never know.
But we do want... Go ahead. I just want our listeners to know that we understand and that we're here and you can always communicate with us. We'd love your feedback in the comments. You can feel free to email us at thebushow.com. Sorry, thebushow@gmail.com. I have a hard time with our email address. I don't know why. But anyways,
last one you got tongue tied, so it's hilarious. So it's all
good.
This is what the BU show is all about, people. Like
that's right. So you're just hanging out with us, having a great cup of coffee. And if you'd love to support us in what we do in the shows that we're creating for you, we'd love to have your support. You can feel free to buy us a coffee. Just click the link below. And we'd love to share coffee with you. And we have mentioned it before, but we are in the process of creating a coffee club. So if you want to be a part of that, please email us or just comment below, I want in the club. And we will make sure that we get you all the information. So,
and how we grow people is by you, what my little one loves to say, like, subscribe, and share, people. That's what it's all about, and get our name out there. If something resonates with you, share it with your friends. Share it on
Please.
your Facebooks, your Twitter. Let people know about this show. We would love that. We'd love our name to get out there.
We would. So thanks for spending some time with us. I hope we've given you something today to think about, to just, sit with, let it resonate in your soul. And if it has inspired you to, do more self-care, let us know as well. And until our next show, we will raise our mugs of love to you and say, have a great day.
Have a great one, guys.
Bye.
See you next time.